Hi guys. Well, most of you have met Buddy, my dog. Well, this is my Mother's Day gift and I wanted to share it with you because I think it's so cute. It's a book and its characters are Buddy and me. So the title of the book is Buddy's Adventures in Petlandia. And it's really cute. You can have these made online. And they take a picture of your dog. And here's Petlandia. And this is a little note to me. To Connie, may this book always be a reminder of how much you and Buddy adore each other. Buddy lived in Marathon and dreamt of being a star with his very own TV show and chauffeur-driven car. There's a chauffeur. It really does look like Buddy. Look. Buddy, hi. And we're back to the book. And there's Buddy. But being cute and furry made stardom rather tough, especially as the only words he knew were woof and rough. Feeling brave, he folded up his PJs and a flannel along with some ideas for his Buddy YouTube channel. Sneaking into Connie's room, he scrawled a doggy note, then kissed her gently on the cheek and went to get his coat. And there's a note that he left. Scampering through the moonlight streets with thoughts of being wealthy, Buddy stopped beside a sign and thought, I'll take a selfie. Pulling out his iPhone, he posed and took a snap, then headed to the airport while squinting at his map. Buddy was excited because he'd never flown before, unless you count that time he slammed a laptop on his paw. And there he is on the plane. And the plane took off, he thought of A-list hounds and mutts while trying to squish his nose into a teeny bag of nuts. When Buddy got to Hollywood, he set up several meets, but most of them went wrong because he tinkled on the seats. And even though he tried his best, the top dogs weren't impressed. We've seen your act before, kid, and look at how you're dressed. Hollywood. And there he's dressed like a little clown. Guess they didn't like that too much. With failure after failure, Buddy's confidence was shrinking. But then he saw a saxophone, which kind of got him thinking. I need to learn some new tricks to really make me shine. And then I'll make some videos and post them all online. Woof, woof, woof. Woofity, woof, woof. Woof, woof, bark. Woof, woof, woof. P.S. Woof. Meanwhile, back in Marathon, Connie found a note. My dog thinks he'll be famous. Oh, what a silly goat. But suddenly, she looked up and saw Buddy on the news. He'd become an online superstar with 50 million views. And there he is. YouTube instead of YouTube. It seems dogs can learn new tricks, Connie thought out loud. And even though she missed her friend, she was also very proud. There was Buddy on a chat show, tootling away while teetering on a unicycle, doing a dog ballet. Soon, the world was going wild for Buddy's jolly tunes. You could even buy a storybook and see him in cartoons. He bought a doggy mansion and a limo and a yacht. He even met the president and partied quite a lot. Other doggies lined up to shake Buddy by the paw, and scripts for pet-based movies came tumbling through the door. He'd sit and count his money while lounging on his throne. But when he wasn't working, he'd often be alone. Because he felt so lonely, Buddy bought more stuff. But even though he had it all, it was never quite enough. He looks a little sad. And look at him listening to the story with us. He tried some doggy yoga, which he thought might make him happy, but that just tied him up in knots and made him sore and snappy. Then suddenly it hit him as he chewed his oldest bone. What Buddy wanted most was to be snuggled back at home. Yes, he'd miss his fancy life, the palm trees and his chauffeur, but none of that compared to cuddling Connie on the sofa. Oh, there he is, sad. He called off all his concerts and he gave away his things, but all flights home were fully booked, so he clung on to the wings. Buddy calls off-world tour, and there he is, hanging onto the wing of the plane. Hanging on for dear life as the plane took to the skies made Buddy think of Connie, and tears welled in his eyes. Soaring over Marathon, Buddy thought, I've had a hoot, but home is where the heart is, so I need to parachute. Fumbling in his suitcase, he found a sparkly gown, then used it as he leaped off to sort of slow him down. Sorry. Let's see. Tumbling through the fluffy clouds was really quite a rush, but Buddy had to slow down or he'd soon be doggy mush. Just then, he saw a mattress dumped upon a roof, so he steered himself toward it and landed with a woof. Jumping into Connie's arms, Buddy cried with joy. Then Connie squeezed the squeaker in a squishy toy. Fame is pretty epic, but snuggling is the best, thought Buddy as he curled up to enjoy a well-earned rest. Miles away in Hollywood, things were much the same, and countless pets arrived each day to search for wealth and fame. They often spoke about that dog who played the saxophone and how he left it all behind because he missed his home. But Buddy wasn't bothered that he'd given fame the shove, because his trip had taught him that what really counts is love. The end. Did you like it, Buddy? It was quite a story, huh? My little character. All right, I put a little quiz for you. I hope you liked my story. I thought it was the cutest gift. Oh, and it came with a little mug, which you'll see me sipping coffee in eventually. All right, see you later.